We all love food. We're human. How do we not love food? We need it to live. When you take someone on a date, you take them to a restaurant to get good food. And usually we want to eat healthy. Or something happens in our life where we decide, I'm going to eat better. So, we go to the store, we get whole wheat, we get all of this food that is advertised as healthy. But it's not necessarily healthy. Things like, if you go to Target, you can find cauliflower macaroni and cheese, or cauliflower tater tots, or things where cauliflower or some other vegetable is taking place of something else, like a grain or a potato or something. And they're advertised as healthier than, cauliflower tater tots are advertised as healthier than a regular tater tot. And I don't know if you've had my experience with cauliflower tater tots, but I like the regular ones better. The topic I chose to do was the marketing of food, if you can't tell. So, this is a yogurt smoothie. It's good. It tastes like mangoes. It says that it has 5 grams of protein in it. And on the back, you can see the nutrition label. So when you're reading a nutrition label, just because I didn't know this, I didn't know how to do this correctly, I only knew how to look at certain things like how many sugars compared to dietary fiber and how many calories. I didn't know there was more to it. So when you're going to start with the serving information at the top. So in this yogurt, here come the mammals. In this, a serving size is 1 bottle, or 207 milliliters. So there's 1 serving per bottle. So once we have that, this is a serving of a Lala yogurt smoothie. We're gonna look at the calories. So we know this is a single serving. So we don't really have to look for per serving or per container because it's going to be the same for something where it's 1 serving. This has 130 calories in it. These calorie numbers are based off a 2,000 calorie diet, which is what doctors recommend you have. You're going to want to limit things like added sugars, saturated fats, sodium, and you're going to want to completely avoid trans fats to the best of your ability. So we're doing pretty good on this, We got 5 grams of total fat, no trans fat. We have 1 gram of saturated fat, 85 milligrams of sodium. We're doing pretty good. And we're going to want to, another thing, we're going to want to get enough of the beneficial nutrients, such as calcium and fiber and protein and vitamin D and potassium and iron and all of those good things that come in bottles that you can buy if you're deficient. So this has 10% vitamin D, 15% calcium, 6% potassium, and 15% vitamin A. That's pretty good. That's not bad. I could do better, obviously, but you can always do better. And you're going to want to understand the daily percentage value. Now, So, if I can find where that is. So, the daily percentage value. You see your ingredients, and then it's going to be right across those little percentage numbers. So, this gives me 10% of what I need in a day for protein, 9% of what I need in a day for carbs, 2% of what I need for total fat, and so on and so forth. Now, in certain parts of the world, like Canada, there's a thing called Nutella. And that's in America too. We know this. We love Nutella. It's chocolate. It's spreadable. It goes on everything. Well, I know a lot of people, especially my brother, love Nutella maybe a little too much. This is a 6.5 pound tub of Nutella. We bought this before or during the quarantine to keep my brother sated. Now, in this, there's about 81 servings in this, which is good. It's also advertised as healthy. It is not. In a serving is 2 tablespoons. And in 1 tablespoon, there's 3 grams of sugar. The government, the medical part of the government, I can't remember what it's called. Luna, stop licking the smoothie. Is 9 grams per day. If you have this with breakfast and you have the correct, 2 tablespoons, no, it's chocolate. You don't get it. I'm sorry. You're over halfway to what your recommended intake of sugar is. Or added sugars. Because everything's got sugar. Apples, bananas, broccoli. And the average American eats somewhere around 21. Which is almost 3 times. 2.5 times what we need to eat. So when you're reading food labels and looking at serving sizes, think of that compared to how much sugar am I taking in, how much of what I need am I actually getting.